foot traffic jams are inevitable, just getting to the car. So just be patient. I'm sure it's going to take a little while.
Yeah, there's a veritable sea of people behind us here. Say, we want to give a special thanks this evening to Tom Deeth and also Robbie Buell for coming out here and saying a few words to us out here on the Lansdowne.
And continued success to them, of course. The fish flies are back now. I think they realized they could come back from Indiana after all the
I bet you they were flying around out there tonight saying, "Tarnation, Martha, it's loud out on the river tonight, isn't it?"
That's right. And don't forget, the night beat is coming up as well with a recap on the Go for the Works as well as all of the other late news to come. Good to work with you.
Good to work with you too, Chuck. I had a very nice time, something I will not soon forget.
That's right. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Chuck and Ruth. You know, they promise us every year the best and biggest fireworks show ever, and I think this year it really lived up to the billing. It was quite a show.
It was definitely quite a show, and you can usually tell from the audience reaction, and believe me, I think everyone, not only on this side of the river, but on the Windsor side of the river, too, enjoyed this year's fireworks display.
Cheers and applause, especially at the end.
Yes.
They ate it up. We're looking at the crowd streaming out of here now, but these people here at the Detroit Renaissance Center, they're not going anywhere. They're still partying.
Yeah, the music was turned up just a little bit, and I think there's some people dancing, so this party is really just getting started. But we do have to say some thank yous. We want to thank David Opperman for joining us again this year. He's been our expert for the last 4 years, and we hope that he'll join us again in the future. Dan, I've enjoyed working with you again.
3 years in a row, I think.
Yeah.
4 years, whatever.
Yeah, we've become the fireworks partiers.
It is fun.
At WDIV, and so we've
enjoyed it.
enjoyed it.
Pleasure. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, yeah, all of you at home. We're going to take one last look at the finale as we say goodnight.
Good night.
Works has been brought to you by Hudson, another way to share the spirit of Detroit. True Value, for quality, selection, and personal attention. Make True Value Hardware your store of first choice. Kentucky Fried Chicken, your summer picnic place. Southwest Airlines, providing frequent flights and low, unrestricted fares to 29 cities. The Michigan Lottery. The Michigan Lottery supports kindergarten through 12th grade public education. And by AAA Michigan. You can't do better than all A's.
Straight ahead on the night beat, a stunned Imelda Marcos falls to her knees in prayer on this Judgment Day in her racketeering trial. A 6-year-old Detroit boy dies during a tumble down the stairs, but police say the fall was no accident. Wait until you hear what controversial rap band 2 Live Crew has in store for its follow-up album. And the oohs and ahs and booms of Freedom Festival fireworks. I'm Christy Kruger with Emery King in for Morton Carmen. The News 4 Night Beat is next.
Limousine service provided courtesy of VIP Limousine of Farmington Hills, servicing Metro Airport.
Tonight, the Thunder of Freedom Festival fireworks.
News 4 Night Beat with Mort Grimm and Carmen Harlan, Bernie Smilovitz and Chuck Gadegan.
Good evening. Tonight, the sky above the Detroit River burned with color. Just moments ago, fireworks shot into the sky, showering over millions of spectators as they lined the riverfront. This annual International Freedom Festival fireworks display was the largest in its 32-year history. The highlight of tonight's show was the Wall of Fire. The 200-foot display stretched across the river, burning flames of gold, silver, and red. The wall was dreamed up by George Zambelli, president of the fireworks company responsible for the dazzling show. He says the idea for his wall came after he watched the fall of the Berlin Wall last year.
And tonight's finale was designed to be a crowd pleaser on both sides of the river. The show closed with 2 giant flags, one American and one Canadian. The flag shot into the sky and appeared to actually wave right over the river.
And our Carmen Harlan had a front row seat for all of the fireworks tonight. Right now, Carmen's down on the river. And Carmen, how was the show?
Oh, fabulous. In fact, I think this show was longer. There were a few surprises. There were more colors, more different effects. The crowd really went home pleased tonight, and certainly we've had a front row seat on the fireworks, the 1990 International Freedom Festival fireworks. It's the highlight of the summer of this 4-day affair. And while we take a look back, let's remember why we're celebrating this International Freedom Festival. And this year we tried something a little different. We had a Name the Fireworks contest, and we want to congratulate Diane Gabe, who came up with the Piston Power Flower Shower, and it certainly looked like it, and it felt like it. We hope you enjoyed it as well as we did this year. And I'm going to throw it back to you, Emery and Christy.
Whoa, what a show you had down there. In fact, that was shaking our building over here on Lafayette, Carmen. You've participated in a few of these over the past few years. How did this one compare?
You know what? I enjoyed this one. It was choreographed very well. It matched the music. Everything went off just as planned, and the finale, as always, was the best.
All right. Thanks much, Carmen.
Thanks, Carmen. And officials say 7 barges were used to fire more than 4,000 rockets into the air, and we're told tonight's show outweighed last year's display by nearly 2.5 tons.
Oh, boy, another hot spot tonight was the Riverfront Music Theater at Chene Park. The theater is Detroit's newest and most spectacular outdoor concert facility.
Keith Oppenheim is at Chene Park right now enjoying the festivities. And Keith, what's going on down there?
Well, it was kind of a double treat for everyone who came to Chene Park tonight to the Riverfront Music Theater, because not only did they get to see some fireworks, but they got to hear a lot of music. The theater debuted tonight. We're going to have more on that in just a moment. But first, we're going to take you back to Hart Plaza, where young and old were carefully guarding their seats.
Fireworks aren't scary.
They're not scary. What are they?
They hit you.
Unless they hit you, but that's probably not going to happen, right?
No.
I hope not. He's right. Fireworks aren't scary. They're a huge attraction. Thousands of pyrotechnics fans stream through Hart Plaza, jostling for the best seat. What do you need in a fireworks show to satisfy you, Harold Boone?
Noise and color.
Lots of it, huh?
Lots of it.
Harold Boone and his wife Helen have staked out a riverfront spot every Independence Day for the last 10 years. Your husband is probably a closet pyromaniac. Is that true?
Just about. Anytime there's fireworks going, he wants to see it.
And of course, you have those who can't leave their pets at home, like Paul Reynolds and his python, Biff. How do you think your snake is?
You might not want to hold him like, okay.
Whatever you say.
If you hold him right around the neck, it makes him nervous.
You're in charge. While the private boats are a prime spot for watching the show, another is up here at the Lansdowne Restaurant, Detroit's floating boat with orchestra seats for the fireworks show. And so this is just going to be a really memorable experience.
This is going to be the first and memorable experience. And being on TV is the top of it all.
There you go, folks. He's a happy guy. Talk about happy. Check out the folks grooving at the new Riverfront Music Theater at Chene Park. But then again, there's nothing like the face of a kid watching the sky light up. Now, a footnote about this theater, there will be 36 performances this summer, and 18 of them will be free. And tonight's was also one of the ones that were free. Right now, as you can see, I'm trying to escape a slightly unruly crowd.
Well, one question before you escape. What kind of music will they be having at the Riverfront Theater in the future?
The kind of music is going to be classical, pop, jazz, rhythm and blues. There won't be a lot of hard rock out here. And from what I can see around me, I think I'm glad.
Good luck, Keith.
Have fun.
Adios, amigo. All right, thanks. Over the past 2 years, the Riverfront Theater was renovated at a cost of $11 million. The facility was built to hold a crowd of 5,500 people.
And getting home after tonight's show will be understandably slow. Now, what you're going to look at here is a live picture of Hart Plaza, and as you can see, there are still thousands of people trying to get out of there, hoping to eventually make their way home. As you can imagine, the area around Jefferson Avenue is just overflowing with people. The fireworks ended just about a half hour ago, and when you consider there were more than 1 million people downtown, you know these drivers aren't going to go anywhere very fast. And to let us know about any specific tie-ups, here's Lorna Stevens with Metro Traffic.
Well, Christy, the Lodge and the Chrysler are opened at the Fisher going out of Detroit after the fireworks tonight, but the state police are suggesting some alternate routes if you don't want to mess with the freeways. Ford Road to Trumbull, also Ford to 94, and Gratiot to Grand River. Now, they're expecting a big backup coming from Canada, the Ambassador Bridge and the Detroit-Windsor Tunnel. So if you do have people in Canada, you can expect them to be rather late this evening coming home. Lorna Stevens, News 4.
All right, thanks, Lorna. So, again, if you're expecting someone home from the fireworks, give them plenty of time. It's going to take a little while. Emery?
Well, tonight's celebration was not without incident. 2 people were shot at the Riverside Park near the Ambassador Bridge. The shooting began just before the fireworks show, and at this hour, we don't know how seriously those victims were injured. If you missed the fireworks celebration downtown tonight, there's plenty of other 4th of July celebrations going on this week. And here's a list of other firework displays around the Detroit metropolitan area.
Plenty for all of us to do.
That'll get you in the spirit, won't it?
I think so. Well, next on the Night Beat, a fall down the steps kills a young Detroit boy, but police say it was no accident.
And Imelda Marcos prays for penance after hearing the verdict in her racketeering trial.
Imelda Marcos is a free woman tonight. A jury today cleared her of charges that she looted more than $200 million from the Philippine Treasury. The jury announced its verdict after more than 4 days of deliberations. One juror called the prosecution's case poorly prepared. The not guilty verdict on racketeering and fraud charges came on Marcos's 61st birthday.
All these things that I wanted for my birthday. Thank you so much. And I'm praying for thanking for divine justice.
And Mrs. Marcos went to St. Patrick's Cathedral to pray. If convicted, she would have faced up to 50 years in prison and $1 million in fines.
Half a world away, Nelson Mandela arrived in London tonight. A political storm is brewing there over his call for peace talks between the British and the Irish Republican Army. Mandela spent 2 days in Ireland. He canceled some meetings because of a cold. He did take time to urge the British to join in negotiations while an armed struggle continues.
That is a precedent which should not be applied when just African political organizations are involved in fighting a white government. It's a principle that should be applied all over.
Mandela also addressed a joint session of Ireland's Parliament. He is the first non-head of government ever to do so.
The death of a 6-year-old Detroit boy has been ruled a homicide tonight. The Wayne County Medical Examiner said Antoine Dumas is died of multiple injuries complicated by a lung infection. Antoine's friends played near his home today. His parents say their son was hurt there this weekend when he fell down the stairs. Antoine's mother is in police custody. She may be charged in the case. Funeral arrangements for Antoine are still being made.
2 Live Crew is getting ready to release a new video tonight, but don't worry, it's squeaky clean. The rap group chose the steps of the federal courthouse in Miami today to make the video. That's the courtroom where a judge ruled some of the group's music was obscene. The song is called Banned in the USA.
Corrupted politicians playing games, bringing us down just to boost their fame. They must be joking, thinking we were poor, but they're like flies, moving to war. We stand tall from beginning to end, with help from fans and all our friends.
Got that one yet, Christy?
I haven't run out to the stores yet, Emmer. The first day on the job for athletic director George Perlis, Gary Danielson has that ahead in sports.
And the Tigers take on the red-hot White Sox in Chicago sports next.
Gary Danielson joins us now with sports, and the Tigers have been away a long time.
Editing to the last second.
Oh,
yeah, big
just
game.
ran in.
The White Sox tonight. Thanks.
All
yeah.
right.
Well, the Tigers began the last stop on their longest road trip of the season by taking on the surprise team in baseball, a team that can win without even getting a hit, the Chicago White Sox. Great game here, tied up now in the 8th inning, 4-4. Let's go to the highlights. The Tigers opened the scoring in the first. 2 on Larry Sheets, who had 3 hits tonight, singles in lieu. The Tigers jumped out 1-0, but it didn't last long. The Sox tally 3 in their opening inning. Carlos Martinez singles in the 3rd run, scoring Kittle. Sox now 3-1. Top of the fifth, now 4-1. Shelby on third with a triple. Mark Salas with the fly to Sammy Sosa. Watch as Sosa grabs it. Shelby tags, and he delivers the strike. I don't know if it was a strike, but it was close enough. 3-4, remains 4-1. In the 8th inning, the Tigers now come back. 2 on. Dave Bergman delivers the single-scoring fielder, and the Tigers closed it within 1, 4-3. They just made it 4-4 with a wild pitch, and that's what remains right now. In Boston today, the Red Sox did it again. They came from behind in their last at-bat to beat the Rangers 3-2. Let's head to the 9th. Kenny Rogers in for Nolan Ryan. But Kevin Romine greets him with his deep one. Deep, it's gone. His first home run of the season. And the first-place Sox build their lead to 4.5 games because in Toronto, the Oakland A's finished a 4-game series with the Blue Jays by winning again 3-2. This is the key hit from Ricky, I'm underpaid, Henderson. Hey, maybe this guy's right. It's his 14th home run of the season. The Jays have now lost 7 of their last 8. And tonight, first in the American League, Cleveland and the Angels tied 1-1 and 2 outs. Mitch Webster makes the catch of Wally Joyner, but Candy Maldonado knocks it free. Joyner is tagged out at second, but the run scores, and that is the game winner. The Angels win 2-1. There you see the scoreboard. California 2-1. Kansas City over the Yankees 9-3 in the 7th inning. Also, in the National League tonight, we almost had the catch of the night. You'll see what I mean. The Expos, Mike Aldrete smashes this one deep to center. Oda B. McDowell in hot pursuit. Thoughts of making every highlight show, and whoop, watch it. Oh, geez, talking about facing trouble head on. Hang in there, Oda B. You still made our highlights tonight. Atlanta, you see the scoreboard. Atlanta beats Montreal 6-3 in that game. Philadelphia over Houston 5-1. At Wimbledon today, plenty of action. The men saw Lendl, Becker, and Edberg all win. In the women's side, it was no upsets either. Navratilova, Celis, and Sabatini all advanced. But the match of the day was at center court as the future took on the present with Jennifer Capriati meeting Steffi Graf. And for now, at least, the #1 seed in the near court was just too much for the 14-year-old phenom, taking the match 6-2, 6-4. This is Graf serving match point, and this point summed up the difference. The power down the baseline buries the forehand. She's just hits it too hard for Jennifer to handle. More importantly, though, she'll grow and she'll get better. George Perlis officially took over his reins as athletic director at Michigan State by holding a press conference at Joe Louis Arena. And today he agreed with his old M.O. He faced his critics head on.
If I didn't think I could do this, I certainly wouldn't have asked to. If I can't, it'll be the first time I've taken on a job I couldn't do. And my attitude is, work hard, keep your mouth shut. If someone doesn't like it, pack a lunch and bring a flashlight.
Pack a lunch and bring a flashlight.
Guy. I think he used to be a football coach.
I know. Must have been.
Thanks, Gary. Well, I guess the question is, will Mother Nature give us her own version of fireworks on the 4th of July? For the answer with that, Paul Long, and a forecast in a minute.
Okay. The Michigan Lottery is sweetening the pot tonight. The Bureau announced today it will pay out bigger prizes to people who match 5 or 4 lotto numbers. Players who get 5 numbers will win at least $2,500. Those who match 4 will win at least $100. Before, the prizes were based on how much money was in the lottery pool. The new prizes go into effect on Wednesday. We can all be millionaires, or at least have a couple $100 more on Wednesday.
Paul's already there.
If we win.
Big odds, just kind of like snow falling in July, which is not going to happen. In fact, it's going to be hot, which is about what you... there was a segue in there somewhere. I just couldn't find it. 81 degrees, a mild, pleasant high today. 58 degrees, the low this morning. There you see the normals. We're going to be zooming past those in the next couple of days. Outside officially at Metropolitan Airport, partly cloudy, 68 degrees. Relative humidity, 78%. Barometric pressure is steady at 30.03, and the winds right now out of the south at 6. Taking a look around the rest of the state. 68 in Detroit, 63 in Alpena, but notice Marquette and Chicago, they're in the warm air that is moving this way. They are only in the 70s right now, and just a little bit of high, thin cloudiness, not really amounting to too much. In fact, all the trouble is back here to the west. A couple of severe thunderstorms up in Montana and more heavy trouble down around the panhandle of Florida. But for us, high pressure going to be dominating for, well, not quite 24 hours, call it about 16, 18 hours. We should have sunny skies tomorrow. The hot air is going to be pouring in into the 90s. And then around tomorrow night, looks like a chance of thunderstorms. Can't even rule out the possibility of seeing a few scattered storms on Wednesday, but don't change your plan. Looks like they should be isolated at this time. The main feature is going to be the heat, and you can see 70s for overnight lows crawling all the way up to Canada, and that's going to be slowly moving out this way. Look at this, though, 30s, 4th of July for lows in some of the mountains around Oregon. And as far as travel weather goes tomorrow, 100 in Dallas, 96 in Denver. You can see scattered showers and thunderstorms to our west, moving in about, what I say, 16, 17 hours from now. So the forecast then in specific detail, calling for tonight, fair and mild with a low down around 60 degrees. Then for tomorrow, a hot one, mostly sunny, might be some humidity in there too, 90 degrees for the high. Heading into the 4th of July, partly sunny, hot again, 91 again, a chance of thunderstorms tomorrow night, maybe an isolated one on Wednesday. For Thursday, maybe a lingering shower, but temperatures cooling off, 83, 81, 80. 52 in the morning with mostly sunny skies. Actually, that's not right. It won't be 52.
Oh.
It'll be 61.
61.
That was left over. You know, day-old bread.
All right, so 61 is the right answer.
61 in the morning with sunny skies.
Very good.
The boss isn't going to like it.
Well, it's not my fault. Do everything around here for crying out loud.
Thanks, Paul. Well, the weather was just perfect for a very rough event, even though Paul wasn't. The regional finals of the K9 Frisbee Disc Championships. Frisbee Disc Championships. We're looking forward, he says. Top, I'll tell you about it in the meantime. Here we go. There they go.
Let's go up, man. Ready? Let's go up.
Top dogs put their best paws forward in Los Angeles yesterday. The contest is based on showmanship, agility, difficulty, and execution of Frisbee catches. The winner goes on to the world competition. That will be held this fall in Washington, D.C. And we're so fortunate that 1 million people plus were downtown tonight because nobody was watching. Very few were watching. The boss isn't going to like that, right?
That's right. Lucky us.
He's on the phone right now.
Yeah, I can hear him. And that's the Night Beat for this Monday. Stay tuned for News Beat updates on the hour, 24 hours a day.
And we'll see you again tomorrow afternoon. And right now, we'll leave you with more pictures from tonight's spectacular fireworks display. Have a good night. Thanks for joining us.
Good night.
Bye-bye.